Hi guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. If you're new here, I'm Areli. It is Tuesday morning, 5:37, and I'm up and at it. I'm going to do my morning treadmill walk. I haven't done a 5 a.m. treadmill or any workout in a while. I've been doing them in the evenings. And honestly, I don't know how I did it last year, being so consistent. Right now, I'm just outside with the dogs. And I'm gonna get started on the treadmill. That way I can start getting ready for work. It's 7:50 and I just got to my classroom. I've been up since 5. I exercised, I got ready. I made breakfast at home to have here in my class because I was already running late. I know today I'm gonna be at work all day, probably until like 8, because I'm gonna go to the girls and boys basketball game. So I'm not gonna get home until late this evening. Today, the theme is wear your ugly Christmas sweater. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy, guys. These past 2 nights, I have woken up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom. Typically, I don't go to the restroom in the middle of the night, so I don't know what's going on. Like today, I woke up at 3 in the morning, exactly, 3 o'clock sharp. The other day, it was at almost 10 p.m. because I had gone to bed really early, but still. Kids are gonna start coming into class in 5 minutes. Ah! I brought garland to put around my class, but that's not the priority. I need to print out my coworker's subletter to take to his class. So let me do that right now because the bell's gonna ring already in 5 minutes. And I'm starving. Okay. The agenda for today, first period, we are going to finish the PowerPoint, which literally shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. And then from there, the rest of the class period is going to be review day. So I was thinking of doing 2 Jeopardies, but now I'm just gonna do 1 Jeopardy. And as you're doing the Jeopardy, it's naming the bones. That's the one where my students need the most help, because seeing the bone on paper, right, and on the skeleton versus looking at the bone individually, not the same. It's a little bit more hard. So we're gonna review that, and then I already have their study guides printed, so I'll give them that. Oh, and I need to finish a booklet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna come back, and as the students eat breakfast, I'm gonna finish their booklet. It's 12:12, my lunch. I did not have a lunch prepped for today, so I brought myself some Greek yogurt with an apple. But anyways, I'm not that hungry because I did have a savory breakfast. The craziest thing happened to me during my 3rd period class. So it was like 1:40 and my principal calls me. She's like, hey, I'm thinking of going to go observe you. I'm like, oh yeah, we're about to do a Jeopardy. And she was like, okay, perfect, I will be in your class in 20 minutes. So I was keeping an eye on the time, right? And then 20 minutes come by and one of our counselors comes in, and I thought he was gonna call out a student. So I go to him and he was like, the principal needs you in her office. I was like, ah, and it was like 25 minutes before the end of the period. So I go to the office without my phone or anything because I wasn't expecting to leave my classroom when I opened up the door for him. So I get to her office. She wanted to discuss walkthroughs, like how many walkthroughs have I had so far this year and all of that. She was like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go do some walkthroughs for you. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And then she started discussing textbooks. She's like, I want you to go to the book room with me to look at anatomy books. I'm like, okay, like I have class right now, but okay. So she left and she told the counselor secretary, she was like, hey, Annalie's gonna stay here. I need to go do something really quickly and then I'll call you to send her over once I'm ready. So I'm there chilling, right? And like 5 minutes pass, and the counselor that came to my classroom, he comes over there to me. And I was just thinking, who's with my class? Who's with my students? So we're walking to the book room, and I tell him like, oh, who stayed with my students? And like he just changed the topic, and we ended up going to the sim lab here at my school, and there was my students and several of the clinical students, which I've had them as students as well. And then there is a news, the KRGV interviewer, and then the camera and the lights, and then they were standing there with this, and I was just like, what is this? What is this? And then the interviewer told me, congratulations, you've been nominated for our Teacher Tuesday. And she told me that it was one of our teachers that nominated me. I have no idea who. And I'll try to put up my interview here, but I was super nervous because my students were there, the clinical students were there, my principal, my 2 assistant principals, the counselors, they were all looking at me, and the camera and the lights, and I don't even remember what I said for the answers. I'm kind of don't want to look at the interview because I know I kind of bombed it. But it was so sweet. I've never experienced anything like this. That really warmed my heart. And my student, she was like, ma'am, you really deserve this. And that means a lot to me because sometimes I'm not feeling like a good teacher. Let me give you a little haul in this cute little teacher bag. So we have this book. He is my god and I trust him. I got a gift card. $100. Wow, that is really generous. So the dentistry is the sponsor for Teacher Tuesday. Aqua Dental, shout out. And they put one of their little stuffed animals, Aqua Dental. So cute. And a bunch of trail mix. But I was in shock. I was in shock. I was not expecting that. So yeah.
Hello and welcome to Take 5. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Tuesday afternoon. I'm Millicent Olivares. Well, it's that time of the week once again where we honor a Valley teacher who is making a lasting impression on their students inside the classroom. Take 5's Dani Cantu is joining us. Idani, where are we at this week?
Hey guys, it's that time of the week again. It's time for Teacher Tuesday, and this week I'm in Mercedes, Millie's hometown, at Met High to talk a little bit more about this week's highlighted educator, and with me is Principal Guajardo. Principal, thank you so much for being here today. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about this special teacher that we're highlighting?
Yes, so Ms. Arely Gonzalez has been with us for about 4 years. She is currently our anatomy and physiology teacher and AP biology teacher. She's an amazing teacher. She does work with our students quite a bit. They're very excited when they go to her class. She does a lot of hands-on activities. So she's a wonderful teacher.
That's okay. Anatomy and physiology. That's a difficult course. I've had a couple friends who take that. So can you tell me a little bit more about how she's impacted the students and, taking some pretty tough courses like those?
Sure. So our students here, they do have specific programs that they are interested in, and so her specific class helps to gear them up for those specific courses. So we do have a lot of different areas. We have vet here, we have CCMA, CNA, we have a lot of great programs, pharmacy, and so we offer all of these programs, and so she's one of those courses that helps to prep our students for those programs. Very integral part.
So you said you've been here for 4 years. Can you take us back to maybe your first day and what was your first impression of this teacher?
So with Ms. Gonzalez, the first thing I noticed was that she was always willing to do and try something new. So every time I would go into her classroom, it would be, activities that the kids were working on, integrated activities where there was a lot of cooperative learning. It was just a wonderful setting. And I remember that any little advice that I would give her, she would take it, she would run with it. So wonderful teacher, great asset to our community. Really happy to have her here.
And, you know, also thinking about not only what she's done for the students, but what she's done for her coworkers and people who she surrounds herself with. You know, how have you seen her make that impact around the community of Met High?
Oh, well, she's just a bright light here. I mean, she's so positive. She's got this wonderful energy to her. You know, she's just an amazing person. She has been part of our BPA program too here, so our students have really been benefiting from her truly in the 4 years that she's been here. So very excited for her.
All right, well, thank you so much, Principal. Now, guys, we're going to surprise this teacher in a little bit, and you might see some students here, too, who want to share their love for this teacher. Y'all will just have to wait and see. For Take 5, I'm Idani Cantu.
You're watching KRGV Weslaco.
Welcome back. This school helps Valley students develop the clinical skills needed to go into any medical field. And the teacher we're surprising is one of the faculty helping to make that happen. Let's pop in with Idani Cantu for our Teacher Tuesday surprise. Idani.
All right, it's time for the surprise. Walk in, Miss Gonzalez. Surprise! You are this week's Teacher Tuesday. It's a way to highlight and say thank you to our educators. You were nominated by a friend, and we just wanted to say thank you, give you this plaque from our sponsors at Awa Dental, as well as this bag, so congratulations. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your experience here at Met High and how you've seen the children change, how you've made an impact here?
Yes, so this is my 4th year as a teacher at Med High, and I actually started with the students that are seniors right now. I had some of them as a freshman, and it's so great to see them as seniors, like how much they've grown, and yeah, they've played a huge impact in my life, and yeah. Yes.
So also, being here for 4 years, what was your first day like, and how have you seen a difference from then to now?
So my first day, I remember that I had duty that day, and it was just kind of crazy being a new teacher and having duty that morning. But also having Dr. Bajardo as our principal, it's been amazing having her, and yeah, it's been really good being at Med High.
And, you know, like you said, you've had these children or students since they're freshmen, seeing them grow older. What are you excited for the new generation? I mean, Med High is an amazing school. It gets so many students' foot in the door, and they end up becoming so successful in the future. You know, how does it feel when that's your student out there?
It honestly feels so good. It just helps me, because it can be hard sometimes being a teacher, but seeing them succeed and reaching to you of how they're doing, that just it's a really good impact to have.
And has there ever been anybody out there in your life who's made an impact on you and made you realize that you want to be an educator and you want to help people out as well?
Yes, definitely. And she's actually a teacher at Medical Professions. She was my teacher for biology freshman year, Miss Rudd, shout out. She's actually there right now. And I did my student teaching with her, and the way she taught biology made me fall in love with science.
It's nice to know that happened to you and you want to do that to other students. And of course your students are here because they wanted to show their appreciation. Thank you so much, Ms. Gonzalez. And again, I hope you enjoy your gift from our sponsors. And it's just another way of saying thank you to our educators and to our viewers out there. A big congratulations to Ms. Gonzalez. Can we have another round of applause? All right, back to you, Millie. For Take 5, I'm Idani Cantu.
It's after school. It's already 4:05, and I'm gonna head to my faculty meeting. It's 5:32. I had my faculty meeting. I was chilling in my room, and I came to pick up a salad from Blue Onion. Shout out. I'm gonna go head back to school, eat my food, and the game starts in 1 hour at 6:30. Who's ready for day number 10? My little cuties. They're excited. They've been waiting for this all day. He's patiently waiting. Let's open up day 10, Morning Berry. Let's open up day 10, featuring Lucas, because he's in my bedroom for the first time. Hi, my cutie. Can't believe this is the first time you're in my room. He's gonna go to sleep with me. Fingers crossed. He lets me sleep through the night. Again, this is gonna be the first time he sleeps with me. Alright, let's see. Day 10. Oh my god, I think he thinks this is his snack advent calendar. Is that a snack? Oh my gosh, he wants to take it. No, Lucas, no. This is a little gun. I'm going to end Vlogmas day 11 here. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.